After weeks of waiting, I finally get my new Skill Run treadmill. This is where it's going to go. And these are the guys who are going to carry in all the boxes. This is John Harris, the guy who's going to put it all together and get it working. A Technogym Skill Run includes white glove delivery and installation. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I know I didn't have to lift anything, attach anything, or even get rid of any trash. All I had to do was tell them where I wanted it, where the dedicated electrical circuit was, and watch them work. That's good because I started out tired from excitement while waiting for the truck to arrive that morning. Even though it only took them a couple of hours from beginning to end, I got even more tired from all the continued excitement. This is the base of the treadmill, and it has the motors inside the tread. I think this looks kind of like a tank without a turret. The base unit wasn't boxed, but everything else was, and there were a lot of boxes. This video is not sped up. These guys just move really fast. That's a joke. Some scenes are sped up 4 times, some 8 times, and some 16 times normal speed. While you're watching, here's a question for you. This treadmill is made by Technogym. Technogym, Ferrari, and Lamborghini are all Italian companies. Ferrari is famous for manufacturing powerful sports cars. Lamborghini is famous for extremely high-level luxury supercars. Technogym is famous for making fitness equipment. And the Skill Run is Technogym's top-of-the-line luxury treadmill. So, does that make the Skill Run the Ferrari of treadmills or the Lamborghini of treadmills? I'll give you my opinion later in this video. The movers got to leave as soon as the installer was through needing their help, and I thanked them all and waved goodbye. Regarding electrical circuits, you'd better make sure you have the right kind before the installer gets there, or your great excitement will turn into great disappointment when they can't even plug it in, which means they can't update software, they can't test everything, and you can't use it until the power supply problem is fixed. Fortunately, Technogym tries to make sure that won't happen. Before they would schedule my delivery, I had to sign and return a delivery contract that specified the electrical requirements and that I met those requirements. I don't know about other countries, but for the Skill Runs they sell in the United States, you need a dedicated 120 volt, 20 amp circuit with a NEMA 5 receptacle. That's the same requirement as my used Precor had, so all I had to do was unplug my Precor to plug the skill run into that socket. My first treadmill was a Reebok, and I gave it away to my next door neighbors about a week before my skill run arrived. I sold my Precor to a nice family about a week after my skill run got here. It may seem odd, but despite having a wonderful brand new treadmill, I miss those old treadmills a lot. I don't know why I became so sentimental about them, but I cried both times when they left. Sooner or later, I'll probably become sentimental about my skill run, maybe after I've used it to set a new personal best treadmill sprinting record, if I can. I've decided to try for new personal records in 1/10 of a mile per hour increments each Saturday beginning January 2nd, 2021. If I can become competent to do live streaming by then, I'll live stream those attempts. If I can improve 1/10 of a mile per hour each week, it will take about 6 months to go from my current best speed of 16 miles per hour to this skill run's top speed of 18.6 miles per hour. And yes, if I can reach that goal, I have plans in mind for what I'll do after that. When John Harris finishes putting this together, I'm not going to try it out right away for 2 reasons. First, I promised my family I wouldn't touch my new treadmill for 3 days to give any virus on it time to die before I used it. But even if that hadn't been an issue, my second reason was that I was too tired mentally to fully enjoy it. Okay, here's my answer about the Ferrari versus Lamborghini comparison for the skill run. I think the skill run is obviously the Lamborghini of treadmills. But I could be wrong. Maybe it's the Ferragini of treadmills. But if I have to choose just one, I'll go with Lamborghini just because it sounds most similar to my last name of Lambert. John showed me how to use my chest strap with the heart rate monitor, which I purchased separately. That's not included with the treadmill, but the treadmill will display the heart rate monitor's information on the screen and record the average and high heart rates for me when I'm using the treadmill. John started explaining the console to me, but when I realized there was no way I'd remember his explanations later, I grabbed a camera and he kindly started over on his overview of the basic functions. I've never found a good video online explaining the Unity 7000 interface, and every request I've made to customer service via email about this has gone unanswered. For that reason, that's going to be my next video, with a complete overview of every console option, including the hidden access to the software setup interface. Because of my mental fatigue, I forgot I wasn't supposed to touch my treadmill yet, but my family was watching and they reminded me after John left and got me to wash my hands before I took off my mask. And then my 3-day antivirus wait began. Here it is in all its glory in its new home, my home, an 18.6 mile per hour Technogym Skill Run Unity 7000 treadmill. Elegant, relatively quiet, with extensive features, and ready for me to use as often as my body and brain will let me. This is where I'll continue my training for sprints at Masters track meets and to ultimately discover just how fast I can run. Don't forget to check out my next video where I'll go through the entire menu of the SkillRun Unity 7000 console. And don't forget to keep walking, running, or sprinting.